Hello, little chatfish, and welcome to a new stream with me, Kib, and you, the little fish. How are we doing this fine day? Well, you see, we're not doing okay. We're having a bit of a hard time. Oh, really? I guess it's onto the grill with you. Well, there. I had to fix some things. But it should be good to go now. So, chat, what little country shall we play in Europae Universalis 5? She's like, we don't know, Kib. There's so many to choose from. There is, indeed. There is a lot to choose from. There might be too many little countries. What? Oh no, France? France would be an amazing country to play. France is beautiful. You're just gay motorcyclists. You're like, nah. Chumpus donates $2. It says, it's time for Kibbs to be French. Thank you for the nation, Chumpus. Very generous. Chatfish, how do you plead? Well, we plead that we're wound. It's like, god damn it. Well, that puts France in the lead by a substantial margin over 0. Take that, Serbia. It's like, no. Scream. True, we could have been Serbia. We could have been Naples. Nipples? Check nipples. Fucking. Don't echo everything, Jen. That makes us France. France is in a bit of a peculiar state. Polly donates 10 memberships. Very generous little pollinator. It lands on Faraway Angel, Aristocratic Cthulhu, Regular Line, Squatchhammer. Ooh, these are some big W's right here. Fallen Brother Aaron M, Lodgite Vulture, 1066, Hell's Grave, Ben Gale, and D the End. My god. It lands on a bunch of people. Ah, D. D's that Australian guy who's he's just a little bit touristy. Just a pinch. Not as bad as cervix, though. That one's worst. Florida 22 Norwegian Kroner says Mega Yorok. What? Thank you for the nation. Very generous. Don't count these since I'm just making up for Yubnub's mistake. Oh, okay. Gotcha. Damn. Yubnubs betrayed us. Chatterer says I'm so hungry. Hashtag Reggie's birthday. Slot. Hashtag hungry. Thank you for the generous donation. Very much appreciate it. Does that put Hungary in the lead? Hungary is receiving love compared to France. You can change some game settings and play as the Eastern Roman Empire and fight till we create whoa. The Byzantine Empire is literally hell at this point in time. It's plagued by corruption, fucking all sorts of problems, and is basically at, death's gate. It has about a century before it's totally pizzled out of existence. Things are not looking good for them. Not looking good for them at all. Also, the autotards are basically something you need to deal with right away if you play as them. Because, oh my fucking god, Chatfish, they are going to go so far into fucking debt. Like, what? Because they fall off a ledge, little fishes tumbling down a mountainside. Currently, it appears that Hungary and France are tied. January 25 Polish bucks says, I think Kib should be French. ER. Rub garlic on his shins. Hashtag fit Armain lewd. Oh my god. Make her squish Reggie with her thighs. Big thinkies. Thank you for your generous donation, Jaffishy. Arla Houdini gives a membership. Thank you for your generous gifted membership as well. Very kind, very generous. We're on our way to today's goal. Remember that the Fire Warrior stream is within a Finn's grasp. It is very close. All chat has to do is reach the weekend goal, and then Castilian, holy shit, Hippo of Germany, has donated $10 for Castile. Also, I will be, I think, opening this game to multiplayer, so Chatfish are welcome to join this campaign as well. I think I will. I think I'm going to. I think I might. I don't remember how to do that. There's a button to press somewhere. But I'm going to do the country select first before I let Chatfishes come play. Chatfish, what in? And I'm going to probably do that for Europa games going forward, that, yes, Chatfish can come play in these games now. So if you'd like to be in these countries, I recommend that Chatfish play down here in the safe lands of Africa. They just look at me with their big fucking bulgy eyes like, Chatfish really doesn't want to play in Africa. If only I had them game. That's okay. There's no need to rush to get it, because we're going to treat this way probably going forward. Unless there's like something specific. The idea of these games is I want to try to turn Europa 5 into a community event style game. So don't expect tons of people to join initially. Or at all, for that matter. Kib, allocate Florial's dono. Death to Florial. Was Florial's dono not allocated to Hungary? I think that was done by Chumpus. Welcome to the stream, Chappy. He's like, Chappy. And then he looks at you. But yes, the Eastern Roman Empire is available. So what do you mean by, like, Eastern Roman Empire? You mean you have to go to settings and change, like, formables. I guess we could change some settings, can't we, chat bitches? Like, you just called us bitches. No. Historical? The AI will always choose historical options. Wade. Random. They need to get rid of the disables achievements. The AI will pick event options completely at random. What about Wade? The AI will pick event options dependent on its situation. That makes more sense to me. Country change prohibited. Settings country change after game started. Allow players to change country after the game start. No, they have to die before they can change countries. Missions disabled. This setting will disable missions, making it impossible to complete any in the game. This setting will allow full access to missions. I don't think missions have been added to the game. I mean, I'll turn them on, but I don't think they do anything. Only missions end in rewards. No rewards. Every task rewards. Only mission end in rewards. Yeah, because otherwise, if you just stack bonuses from shit, you'll get like a bajillion points. And like ducats or whatever. Multiplayer unpause timeout is 30 seconds. Go to country selection after hot join. Pause when change speed. Flavor. Formal countries. Allow plausible. Allow ahistorical. Only historical. Allow plausible. Allow ahistorical probably is the one we want. Serbia is now in the lead? No! Jefferson go to Chatfish sentence Kib to Serbia. Serbia's not in a terrible position, but basically we want to like get situated to beat the shit out of the Ottoman Empire. I would almost recommend forming an alliance with the Byzantine Empire just to fucking kill the Ottotards before the Ottotards do anything. Because the Ottomans, if they steamroll, it's going to be disaster. The Ottomans are like one of the easiest countries to usually play in Europa Universalis, mostly because like of expansion. And the Byzantine Empire is weak, and if they gobble them all up, they'll be very scary. Not to mention all these Turkic fucks will join them. Culture, dynamic rules. Countries can convert cultures if visible. What's that? Inside culture group only. Countries can convert cultures only belong to other cultures belonging to the same culture groups. So that would limit your expansion pretty badly. Present in country. Countries can convert cultures present in country, I assume. Any culture. Country convert culture to any culture. No. Dynamic rules. Inside country. Yeah, dynamic rules. Religion, dynamic rules. The Black Death outbreak will take place in 1346. Central Asia. Oh my god! You could delay the Black Death to random. Oh my god. That means if it doesn't come in 1346, you let your population like get up to like, you know, super big numbers, and then the Black Death shows up just to fucking destroy everything. You can choose the Central Asia region, random. Oh my god. Like, we can make this really scary, chat. The Black Death will be random and in random locations. Oh my god, that's super terrifying. Oh, you can make it the historically accurate name. The Greek country centered around Byzantium will be known as the Eastern Roman Empire, even though they're about 1,000 Roman miles from Rome. But that's historically accurate. There was no Byzantine Empire. Which I'm glad that the Paradox has actually put in options to turn that off, because the Byzantine Empire, if you didn't know this, was historical revisionism by the Holy Roman Empire. Later on, when German printing press basically renamed it to the city, the ancient Greek city, which is on Constantinople, which was Constantinople, it was renamed, it was called Byzantium. Byzantium was a Greek city that was eventually taken over by the Romans, turned into basically a trading city hub, and basically became a capital of the region, a center for trade, and then eventually became the capital of the Eastern Roman Empire, and eventually the last capital of the Roman Empire. And so that's actually a really cool little touch that they actually have that, because that's historically accurate. German lied. Roman Empire died. The Germans did indeed lie. But again, the reason why they did that was to distance the Eastern Roman Empire's claim to Rome, so that the Holy Roman Empire's claim to Rome would be closer. Despite the fact that the Holy Roman Empire was definitely, barely, it wasn't really an empire, to be fucking honest with you. It wasn't. Nor was it really Roman in the sliver. The only reason why the Byzantine Empire can claim that, or as the Eastern Roman Empire, is because it was a continuation of state. The only other remaining continuation of state of the Roman Empire, institutionally speaking, to this day, is the Papal State. Or the Papacy, I guess. Hippo Hegemony donates a generous $20 in favor of Castile. Castile 1492 must happen. That's 1490 or 20 buckaroos for Castile's campaign. Castile, chat. Think about it. We could destroy Morocco. Like, not Morocco. Oh, no. Chefs are so sad about the fate of Morocco. They know that Morocco's days are fucking numbered. I forget how to historically get Aragon to, merge with Castile. It was through a marriage, wasn't it? Chat, we must turn Gibbs into a Serb. What the fuck? Why does Chatfish want me to be Serbian? I mean, the Serbian kingdom is actually pretty potent at this particular period. So is the Bulgarian kingdom. But, like, that's going to be a limited time before they get gobbled up by the Autotards. Not to mention the Hungarians, I think, bully them a little bit. I can't remember. I remember Hungary was quite powerful during this period. And remained powerful for quite a while. But basically, as the Austrians gained more power, the Habsburgs, and then the Autotards from the south, Hungary was like, busy. Little sad squeal noises. Deus Volt. Deus Volt. That's true, Chatfishes. Well, let's see what that does, Chatfishes. All right, let's look at things. So, we have France at $2, which nobody loves France anymore. Big F's for them. Hungary at $4.18. Big F's for them too. They were doing so good in the initial stages. And then Castile has overtaken them by quite a large margin, along with Serbia. Castile and Serbia both stand, well, Castile stands at 30, and Serbia stands at 25, which puts Castile definitely in lead by 5. Team Serbia is in a bit of a pickle. They have to decide whether or not to become pickles and get jarred, or to, continue their war. To become pickle or to become not pickle. Polly, I don't think anybody even realizes that you lost your cool yesterday. I think you do what we call overthinking. You powie, powie, powie. Ooh. And just fucking sad little fucking Polly noises. Just ooh, like just dead. He's just dead to me. Like, ooh, gone. My God, the French are disgusting. An abomination of nations. All right, want to put your latest membership towards Serbia, harlot? Asks Rapier, trying to rally support for Serbia. That fucking little shit. He's trying to fucking negotiate. He could dink, says Frank. Well, can you dink? You're just a chatfish. Chatfish can't dink at all. On the bright side, Castile's military stands at 54,000 men, which isn't terrible for levy troops. And they can probably afford to actually have a standing army. They have 157 ducats. They have 5.4 million population. Now, because we set the Black Death origin to random, that it means it's possible for it to start in locations anywhere in Asia, Europe, and North Africa. Damn. I was partially hoping that it'd start in, like, fucking Aztec land, and the Aztecs would be like, and they just get Black Death over there. Unfortunately, the Black Death will spread like a virulent disease across the earth. It's also set to randomly start, which means it can randomly start in the Age of Renaissance and Age of Discovery. Fuck. Chaplain donates €2 to say, the Lord demands Christian Holy Lands. Deus Vult. Deus Vult. I will say I'm not joining the Fifth Crusade, okay? I know what happened in the Fifth Crusade. I know how badly the Crusade for Cairo went, and I know that there's no way we can fix that. The Fifth Crusade is basically fucked, Chad, okay? Because I've tried that, and I went over there, and we got fucking massacred. Because guess what? This land here, you take so much fucking attrition, right? You think those are farmlands? Those are farmlands. It's a lie. It's a lie. There's no farms. There's no... It's actually just desert as far as I'm concerned. Every day you take 1,000 attrition. Like, that's pretty much like a fact. Or is it a week? I can't remember. Either way, I did that. I did the Fifth Crusade as England as a test, and it went to hell in a handbasket. The only crusade we're doing is over North Africa. We're going to push the Muslims out of North Africa, okay? And then we'll push along the coast safely towards Cairo. And then we can restore the crusading states. But what I recommend is maybe we do something funny, right? What if Castile doesn't have colonial interests? Because think about it, right? We could, on paper, go to America. Maybe we will. But if we focus more on our immediate area, maybe that will benefit us in the short term. Because look at what happened to Spain in the long term, right? They overextended their empire, and then it completely came crashing down. Also, maybe being nice to England would be a good idea, too. Because that way we just, we're on good terms with England in advance. And we're on good terms with the Eastern Roman Empire. The reason why is because if we prevent their fall, that means that the Ottomans will never become a superpower in this area. Which means that we'll forever keep them weak. That might make the Mamluks stronger, though. Harlot needs his chatfish on stream. Okie dokie. That's another chatfish on the holy bar. By the way, chat, we're a third of the way to the daily goal. Keep up the good work, and you'll get yourself a Fire Warrior stream, you sick fucking bastards. The chatfish want alcoholism. Remember, chat, that Fire Warrior stream will be next week, immediately, by the way. If it's funded this week. So keep making the dailies. You're on a good track, but if you need to overshoot a little bit, just a little bit, chatfish. Also, did you know there were Russians freaking out about this game? I only found out about that recently. There's actually apparently some drama going around this game, which I thought was really funny. And it comes from the culture map. Because apparently, this pisses them off or something. I'm not entirely sure why, to be frank with you. Was it this? Or what was it? It was something. I think it was that. Yeah, I think it was. Maybe it was culture. Hold on. Population, peasants, migrations. Or no, maybe it was liturgical languages. No. That's faith. I'm retarded. Hold on, chatfish. I must figure out what was causing drama. It was something. Common languages. Maybe that was it. Or you can heart things and it goes down there. What? It says Russian right there. That's weird. Well, that's because the Mongols are up. Something over here was like pissing people off in Russia. I don't really see anything particularly wrong with this. This seems pretty historically accurate if you ask Kib. I know this pissed off people, apparently. I know, right? Like, what the fuck? There's a lot of historical revisionism going around. But I didn't really see anything historically revisionistic with this game. It seems pretty spot on, as far as I can tell. There we go. Back to that man bone. But yeah, Because I think Paradox has actually improved some things here. Like, for example, check this shit out, right? We can see dominant language, language power, which is really, really cool. Dominant dialects as well. Was it maybe the dominant dialects? It was the dominant dialects. Yep, that's it. Yeah, you can tell. The Belarusian and the Ukrainian, and then the Estonian, Latvian, and Lithuanian dialects. And Novgorodian. Which, by the way, the Novgorodians were different than the Russians. Because here's going to be the Russian culture, because Muscovy is going to appear here, right? And Muscovy will eventually unify Russia, right? Because that happened historically. But that's pretty accurate to what happened. And the Kipchak, which is Mongol, and as dominant dialects. Okay, there we go. Yeah, this was the map mode I think that pissed certain people off. And I know Finnish people were pissed off by this because they're like, "Wait, how come there's Swedish dialects in these regions?" Well, I did look it up, but apparently Swedish Vikings did like settlings and created little settlements along the coast along those regions. I don't think those persisted over time, but this is, I think, pretty accurate for this period. And you have the Sami up there. Yeah. So it's kind of weird. Not dialects. Was that another map? Estonians is Finno-Ugric. Latvian and Lithuanian are totally separate and very unique. I know that Latvian and Lithuanian are very distinct cultures historically, because I know this because we did research on Latvian and Lithuanian cultures when we were writing the High Kingdoms of Terrestria. Because the High Kingdoms are actually based on Baltic nations as a root inspiration, because the Baltic nations are actually more interesting. And so, if you were curious about like the High Kingdom of Arnor or Ithrin and stuff like that, they're actually based on or inspired by Estonian, Latvian, and Lithuanian culture. Because it's quite cool. Now, you could argue that the Estonians like to argue that they're Scandinavian too, but the Scandinavians are like, no, you're not. And so there's like a big debate about that, you know, blah, blah, blah. You do usual stuff. Kind of cool, isn't it? Check. Yeah, pretty cool. All right. The donor war will conclude in 60 seconds, as it finally seems to have calmed down. Literal families. Jesus. They really went above here. You have Slavic, Germanic, Romance, and Greek. Germanic. Yep, that's pretty accurate. Yeah, I don't really see that being an issue. And here you even got the maps of Native American languages in the region. These seem pretty accurate to me. The Mayans. Yeah, they did a pretty good job. I think the detail in this game is quite rich. What do you guys think? They went above and beyond with the language shit. That's just a nice attention to nice attention to details. I also like the market system. It's kind of cool. You can see the power of certain markets in certain regions. And these markets will shift in power over time, which is cool. But these are the markets that are currently ongoing in the world. I like how the market is just like, yeah, this here is the seat of all market down here. It's a little bit more loose here, but like the markets are much more expansive in the new world than they are in the old world. Hippo Hegemony donates $5 for Castile. Castile was already winning. Oh, Serbia caught up. Okay, I was confused there. You ignored my dono. Sorry. I was too busy reading. Serbia, says Rapier. Thank you for the nation. I got caught up in looking at the linguistics, okay? I designed, like, language stuff in my setting for, like, the terrestrial world. And it's actually really cool. They even have language power as a map mode. English is 0.39%. What is the most dominant power, then? Or is this the most power in, like, this region? Arabic is quite powerful down here. 26%. 26.40% linguistic power. French has like 13.73% linguistic power. And so as language power, does it actually... Oh my god, 100%. That's pretty fucking powerful. The Mandarin have a really good tight control of northern China. Oh, do they even have stuff that'll piss off China? Let's take a look. Oh my god, yep. So, this is going to change over time, right? But did you know that Chinese culture is only predominant in like this area here where my mouse is? This is Manchu, this is Mongolian, and then this is going to be like, oh fuck, I forget what they're called. East Tibet, Turkmenistan or some shit. Tibetan. Yeah. China's like China's one of the last empires. Well, China and Russia are the two last like major territorial empires in the world that have yet to be balkanized into respective culture groups. Because technically China and Russia should not be as big as they are. Even though Russia did get balkanized a little bit after the Soviet Union collapsed, but the Russian Federation actually held together. It's like the two big like territorial empires where a lot of cultures are like smacked together. Kind of interesting, isn't it? Like, yeah, we'll be. What else? They got so many tools and shit. It's fucking wild. We can see the fortifications. Constantinople. Yep, I'm not surprised. Now the earthquake historically will make that fort much weaker, or that position much weaker, because they will not be able to afford maintenance on that. I tried, and let me tell you, it fucking put me in debt. We can see any wars ongoing. There is a war. Ah! I accidentally I double-clicked by accident. Whoops, wrong button. I gotta go back to the main menu. Don't double left click. I know it's hard. Oh, shit. I have to reset the game rules. Excuse me while I kill myself. Okay, you have a few seconds to continue contesting if you want. After that, we're starting. God fucking damn it. I was too busy spurging out over the map stuff. Because go figure, when I wrote my own world and setting, I based it on historical stuff, not other fantasy settings. Because, well, what's the best reference? Life. Life is the best reference above all else. Alright, what's winning? Castile is winning. What? Serbia's at $56. How did that happen? We must remember who opened the gates of Toledo. Jesus Christ, Hippo Gentleman, you could have bought the game for that, but thank you. He's like, Castile donates, or Hippo Germany donates $50 and says, Castile, the damn Serbs won't learn their lesson. Why is this a war between Serbia and Castile for what we play today? Castile is very interesting. Serbia is interesting, but I don't expect them to become a colonial power. Not with my skills. Castile will be interesting because they'll be able to form Spain. By the way, fun fact, linguistically speaking, Castile basically just means, I think, castle or fortification. And the reason why they developed that name was because all the forts they had in the north. Holy shit, they had a lot of forts in the north. Holy fuck. Look at all the castles they have up here. As they expanded, they basically built like rings of castles. And there's like a ring of castles around Granada down here. Basically fortifying against the Muslim world because the Reconquista of Spain that took place. Interesting, isn't it? Wow. And thank you for your generous donation. We've almost made today's goal. That puts us very close to reaching the daily and putting us closer and closer to that Fire Warrior goal, Chatfish. Kib will be Spaniard. Yes. Unless Team Serbia can mount an effective resistance, Team Serbia might unironically be obliterated. Castile is now, says Master Morty. We gotta get you to play this game. He just looks at me. It's like, I'm tired, boss. It's actually pretty good. But wait for a sale, probably. Oh, we can even see roads. Do all roads, in fact, lead to Rome? The road system at this point would be a bit different, as the Roman roads would have fallen into decay on the Western Roman Empire, as it's been 1,000 years almost, about 900 years since the collapse of the Western Roman Empire. That's a long time for an empire to be gone. Because the Roman Empire collapsed in 450s or 460s. Population satisfaction. Oh, Spain's actually quite happy in this period. The southern France region is very miserable. Oh, that's right, the game rules. I almost forgot. Alright, AI difficulty. AI historical. We'll set it to weighted so they'll make different decisions so we can get alternate history stuff going. And then we're going to turn on missions. I don't think there are any missions in the game, but you can turn them on. Also, again, Paradox, disable this whole achievement bullshit. Like, what always made Paradox games kind of like, okay, if someone cheats to unlock a mod, like, I don't care. Like, but I want to unlock achievements, but I want to, like, play with different rules. Like, I like doing ahistorical runs because that way you can get really weird shit to happen. Like, the unification of the English and the French is theoretically possible. If that happens, it'll create a super state, which could be really scary in this campaign. Or you can get other things that'll happen that wouldn't actually happen. Like Rome Resurgent, right? Granted, they actually have to survive their economic downturn. But we should probably turn on the Black Death. Let's set the Black Death to random and set the time frame to random. So it'll appear randomly in either Asia, Europe, or North Africa. So we can actually see where we hover a mouse over. So it'll appear anywhere over there, right? Or it appears anywhere over here. Or North Africa. Like, my hope is it appears in Iceland and they just don't, it doesn't spread. But it's gonna. Fuck. It's gonna, Chatfish. Like, Chatfish is sick. They're screaming. Okay, back to this. Now, let's see. I don't think there are any missions. And for flavor rules, I want to set Byzantium's name to the Eastern Roman Empire. The Greek country centered around Byzantium will be known as the Byzantine Empire. But it wasn't called Byzantium at this point. It was called Constantinopolis. Right? Yes. Like, Byzantium was right here. I'm pretty sure it was a fishing village. Eastern Roman Empire. The Greek country centered around Byzantium will be known as the Eastern Roman Empire, even though they're about 1,000 Roman miles from the city of Rome. Yeah, it does not matter. That does not matter, okay? Like, that triggers me. I know what they're saying, but that doesn't matter, all right? Because nations having names of locations, it's not about the location of Rome. It has nothing to do with the city of Rome itself. It has to do with the institution of the government because it's a continuation of state, right? There's an apparatus of the WRE that survived. What is it? The papacy. The papacy still exists today. It's the longest surviving institution of any organization that I'm aware of. And the second longest that had the second longest running was the Eastern Roman Empire, which was a continuation of the Roman state. Whoa. So the name Biz comes from the region, not a specific village. I guess they renamed the region to Byzantium, but it used to be Byzantium itself. I don't know. It's based on probably Germanic fucking revisionisms. Because let me tell you, historically, when the printing press became a thing, the Germans loved the printing press. And so they were slapping out all sorts of bullshit and distributing it everywhere. It worked because people forgot about its actual name, but it did work. I can't believe chat wants Kibbs to be Spanish. All right, you have 60 seconds to contest. If not, forever hold your peace. Spain wins. It appears Serbia has been thoroughly trounced. Now let me go grab a drink from the fridge because I just made myself thirsty because I was just chatting with Chatfish. All right, 1 sec. Also, wait, you can't hear me. All right. I brought grup juice. And a little bit of hair fell in my cup. I need a haircut. That's gross. Let's get that out of there. There we go. Now let's fill up our cup with grape juice. Oh boy. Delicious. Wonderful. All right. There we go. And now we have drink. Perfection. All right. Nobody contested, right? Yes? That's plenty of time you had. The donut war is now over. Woohoo! Peace in the bucket. All right, double check the rules real quick. We're experimenting with things. Religion conversion, leave that normal. Yeah, exploration, only Western countries. All countries. Some game rules will need to then. All countries in the world that can afford it will attempt to explore. Only Western countries. All countries in the world that... Wait, what do the rules say? Only countries with a capital in Europe will explore. Yeah, but what if you play as Japan? Could Japan do it? Because what's interesting in EU4 is when Japan discovers America first. Not only discovers it, but starts colonizing it. It's fucking goofy. I had a game with Bubbles where Bubbles did that, and it was the funniest goddamn shit. He basically, like, colonized, like, all of fucking Alaska and, like, all the way down to Mexico. Like, this huge frontier. And then when Spain and, like, Portugal and shit and England and France arrive and, like, they're fighting in these colonial wars, and they bump into Japan, like, what the fuck? What the... Like, oh, hero. Should we allow it on, chat? You know what? Fuck it. I think the game rules should be decided by chat. This will make it more interesting. Chatfish, come here. Only Western or all countries? This could be a really fucky game. So, this is for exploration. Do we want the ability for China and Japan to explore and discover the New World? I don't think any of the Muslim countries will, because I'm going to beat the shit out of Morocco. Also, if we befriend England, we could probably beat the shit out of Portugal. Portugal has a standing army of 19,000 men. We have a standing army of 53,000... Well, not a standing army. We have the potential levies to raise 53,449. We easily outnumber Portugal. Aragon has 20,000 men, and Navarre has 5,480. We need to make sure that we get all that. I mean, we could meddle in Italy, because we will, once we unify with Aragon, we will get Sardinia. And Sardinia could be a great place to launch expeditions into Italy. Maybe. And play around with the Italians while they're having their Italic Renaissance period where they're blowing each other up with cannons and shit. What? Ponzen, just shave your head. Problem solved. What the fuck? What are you Chatfish wobbling about? Also, I need to set chat to show everyone. Alright. Chat, you have 60 seconds to contest. Currently, Chatfish want only Western nations to discover stuff. I see how it is. Chatfish don't want to have fun. Like, Chatfish don't want bullshit, kid. We don't want to get to the New World and discover that fucking the Mali Empire is taking over. I don't think the Mali Empire or the African nations can do it. It says that only countries that can afford to explore. And let me tell you, the African nations are poor as fuck. Like, they are not going to have the money to do that. The only nations that have potential is, like, Asia. But the Chinese, maybe Korea, unlikely. Japan, assuming Japan, the Ashikaga shogunate doesn't implode like it does historically. Because I believe it will implode, and I think that's going to prevent that from actually happening. Or does it implode? It might have the possibility to implode. Does the Ashikaga shogunate maintain its power? I think it collapses into a warring states period, if I remember correctly. A cherry blossoms. Cherry blossoms. Jess is not sure. Jess just lives in Africa. 99 convicted over 300 years. Wow, that was a few. Only 99? What the fuck? Leaving a couple of CMs of hair was kind of funny when you consider the flack the church gets for their witch hunts. I mean, the witch hunts were political persecutions, more than likely. Used to threaten other nobles and high lords, pretty much. Be like, do what I say, or your pussy is going to get burned alive. Like, not my pussy! It unironically worked. But I'm pretty sure it was a tool to bludgeon others with. Though, because I'm not sure to the validity of the witch hunts, right? The witch hunts would be usually maybe to seek out paganistic groups, right? It's propaganda. People forget that there were other inquisitions. They just give the Catholics crap because they were protas. Protas? I mean, the big thing is with the Catholics and the Crusades, is the Crusades were actually, historically, defensive actions. Because if you look at the map of the world, and you were to overlay each jihad, in contrast to each crusade, there was very few crusades in comparison to jihads. The most militant and aggressive religion... Oh god, of course I'm playing a historical game. It's going to be that way. You know what I mean? And so the big thing is that that's going to be when it comes down to it, right? Like, the Crusades were one of those things where they were historically defensive actions to basically defend territories. None of the Crusades, as far as I remember, correct me if I'm wrong, were ever in to retake or to take non-Christian lands. All the Crusades were centered around former Eastern Roman imperial territories, and it was organized by the papacy originally to help the Eastern Roman Empire. The Eastern Roman Empire, unfortunately, being corrupt and slightly fucking incompetent and retarded, after the Crusades started coming and started helping returning Eastern Roman territories to help restore them back to their former glory, the Eastern Roman Empire had the great idea to turn on the Crusaders. And I believe it was the Battle of Antioch or somewhere, where they basically just ditched the Crusaders and let the Crusaders get fucked, and then showed up and tried to take what the Crusaders had taken, even though they didn't think they had any chance to take it. So, yeah, the Eastern Roman Empire were being retarded. Not surprising at all, considering that the other Western powers were coming to help them. A bit retarded Greek moment right there. Kibbs, the Swedes was crusading against the Finns and Germans against the Baltics, so not that true. Oh, I'm talking about the Southern Crusades. If we're talking about the Northern Crusades, yes, that was not former Christian territory. You are right in that regard. The Northern Crusades were offensive, but we're talking purely against the Arabic world, which were all defensive actions. And we're not talking about the North, because the North doesn't matter. It's like, where? You know why it doesn't matter? Because the Crusades in the North actually succeeded. They defeated the filthy Swedes. Like, no. It's true. What do you think of that? The Crusades were also relatively small. It would be a few families that participated. I mean, they were pretty big, but they weren't like the entire armies of like England or whatever. Chat, $1,167 away from a Fire Warriors stream next week. My God, chat's very close. Let's get it to 1,000, chat. Chop, chop. It's like, never. The Crusades were also relatively small. Yep. As well as the Reconquista, while the Muslims were mostly focused on the East. Yes. Now, if we talk about the Northern Crusades were offensive. And they were mostly done by the Holy Roman Empire and the Germanic states, creating the Teutonic Order, which was one of the big ones. And the Teutonic Order was basically a scheme in which they could send nobles off they didn't want, sons they didn't want, to go get prestige and honor for their family, so they wouldn't have to deal with them back home. And then they'd go around crusading against, like, Lithuania. Because at this point, the Northern Crusades don't really have a reason to exist anymore as much. Let's take a look. So, you can see the Romovan faith still has sway over a chunk of Lithuania, right? But if we check the head of state of the Grand Duchy of Lithuania, the Grand Duchy of Lithuania is led by, I believe, a Christian person. No, he's Romovan, but he's underneath the Polish crown, or they're part of a union. And Poland basically reached out to the papacy, was like, bruh, send some dudes up to investigate the Teutonic Order, because technically we're taking care of this. And then they basically found that the Teutonic Order has overstepped its bounds, and that it needed to return Polish lands to Poland. And the Teutonic Order was like, no, I'm not doing that. And then they had a big war, and it was like Poland had this miracle battle that they managed to overwhelm and destroy, or not overwhelm, but they managed to destroy the Teutonic Order. We actually recreated that in a way, in our own version. And then basically pushed out the Teutonic Order entirely. Basically needed to nip them in the bud. Now, historically, we didn't take out all of Teutonic Order. In my campaign, I completely annexed them, except for 2 territories among the Holy Roman Empire. Alright, Chatfish have voted. Only Western nations can explore. Alright, next vote for Chatfish gameplay. The Plague. Random. Historical. I'll set it to that, chat. That's when it starts. Do you want it random when the Black Plague starts? Or do you want a historical period? Decide, Chatfish. It will affect the campaign. I mean, it will. It will. Because the Black Death can start in the Renaissance period, which would be fucking cataclysmic. Which would be... Hey, Black Death means black fish. Black fish equals black people. It's like, what the fuck? Chatfish are a bit retarded. You'll have to forgive them. The Swedish Empire will become incredibly powerful in this period too, because they're going to get all of this. I mean, think of it. If Sweden actually picks on Russia enough to keep them from fully unifying, they could absolutely decimate. The big thing with the Swedish Empire, why they couldn't actually take on the Russian Empire, was manpower. They had better generals, better troops, better armies. They kicked the teeth in of Russia every battle. But the reality is Russia could just keep throwing more and more men at the Swedish Empire. And eventually the Swedish Empire had to fold. Because they just didn't have the men to hold the line. The Swedes were badasses. This game actually is going to cover their badass period when they were absolute fucking giga-chads. Same for French. The French are also badasses for almost the entirety of this game's era that it covers. Like, absolute awesome. The only ones who weren't really badasses were the Greeks. No, there were a few more than that. The Greeks got their asses kicked and then didn't matter. The Black Plague. Alright, Chatfish, 60% of you want the plague to be random. Chatfish, have 60 seconds to contest. If not, prepare for some crazy stuff. And then we will decide what to do with the other things. Oh, where's the Black Plague? Oh, it's over here. It's under flavor, I think. That's not really flavor, is it? It's the Black Death, dude. It doesn't taste like dead. The Black Plague will kill them all. And true that. The Blackfish. Blackfish. Boop up, boop up, boop up, Blackfish. Boop up, boop up, boop up. Alright, nobody's gonna contest that. Random it is. Alright, next up. Let's see. Historical, weighted, or random. This is for nations, by the way. So what nations' decisions they will do. Random is just literally random, lol random. Weighted is the nation will make a decision based on what's happening, which I think is a bit better. And historical is they'll follow historical paths. But random did say that it was just random. Oh my god, chat. Also random is winning. What the fuck? So, like, France is going to be like, so, like, what if France become Brittany? And it's like, I'm not kidding. God damn it. Someone Paradox has a kink for licking open pustules. Yeah, fucking apparently, Garrowfish. It's a killfish. Look at him. Also, by the way, did you know that these are little Eastern Roman holdouts, technically? They're not part of the Eastern Roman Empire because they kind of separated. But they're a little city-state that are clinging on. Like, help! You also have, I believe, Trebizond, or the Trebizond Empire, which is still hanging on for dear life at this point. Yep, they're still there. Cilicia is not a part of that, or Cilicia, because they are Mayfascism, or whatever, and they're Armenians. Yep. Basically, Armenian remnants. Yeah, the Muslims are just like a disease. They have overrun this area, or, well, the Turks, I guess you could say. Oh, no. I'm curious. Jesus Christ. This game is banned in Turkey. It shows the Armenian culture like this, chat. You see that? This sort of burgundy color, this is Armenian culture. If you look at a modern map of that, the Turkish people genocided the Armenians to the point where they're like only over here. My god, F's in chat. For the F's in chat for our Armenian chatfish. They got cooked. Our turkey fish got a little aggressive. Our turkey fish. All right. Wade and Random are very close. They're neck and neck. I will extend the poll for an additional 60 seconds for it to be swung. If not, forever hold your peace. Shib should do a CK3 with Chatfish, Vassals versus his co-hosts. Yeah, my co-host would be really bad at CK3 though. Like, I'm not very good at it, but like I'm definitely better than all my friends at it, I think. Except like maybe Bubbles or somebody, but he's never around, so like that ain't gonna happen. Galician, Astralinese, Castilian, Basque, Aragon, Catalan. Unfortunately, the Catalanians did not get fully absorbed into the Spanish. They're occasionally always rioting and wanting independence for weird reasons. No! I ate the black death! I'm okay. I'm alright. Ew. I decided to inhale grape juice. It stinks. Ah. Owie, owie, owie. All right, we're good. We're good. Oh, it burns. It burns my lungs. Oh. Ouch. All right, random it is. Where'd it go? Nope. Nope. I'm hanging in there. Ooh. Painful. All right, we're there. Oh. Okay. There's just no coffee anymore. Alright, what one? Castile, yeah. Okay, Castile and historical is set to random. Alright, there we go. Finally. The Crown of Castile was formed through the union of its two constituent parts, the Kingdom of Castile and the Kingdom of Leon. When they were reunited, after both titles were inherited by King Fernando III, the Saint of Borgonia, in 1230. I like how it actually shows that he was a character and he's dead, by the way. He died fucking ages ago. He died 84 years ago. In 1230, a century later, King Alfonso the 11th, the Avenger de Borgonya, rules without much opposition, having overcome a troubled start to his reign, following the end of a long regency under his grandmother, Maria de Borgonya. After reigning in the nobility of the realm, led by his relative Juan Manuel de Villeneuve, still going a little. All right. And having stabilized the governance of the country, King Alfonso XI is now turning his attention to the southern border of the Nasrid Emirate of Granada. Has menaced our country ever since the emirate became independent a century ago, backed by the powerful Marinid Sultanate of Morocco, which has a foothold on Iberia, not for fucking long, mind you, through a petty kingdom centered on Algarizia al-Qaradara and Hisan al-Runda, and held by Crown Prince Abd al-Wahid Abu Malik Marinid, I'm killing them all, son and heir of Sultan Abu al-Hasan Ali ibn Uthman Marinid. Fuck, I hate their language. That's terrible, isn't it? However, these are not the only troubles for King Alfonso XI, as his relationship with his beloved mistress, Leonor de Guzman, and his children by her have eroded the relationship with the king's actual wife, consort Maria de Borgonya, daughter of King Alfonso IV, the Brave of de Borgonya. With the latter living apart from the king, this rift in the royal family now leaves a looming question of just who will succeed him when he passes. Will King Alfonso XI and his successor be able to deal with the threats to the crown of Castile, both at home and abroad? Will we? Our first piece of thing we're going to get is we're going to get organized religion, which will give us possible clerics of 50 clerics per town and increase the literacy rate for clergy by 5%. Religion plays a major role in every society, yet not every faith has the same structure, and organized religion has its rituals and belief systems systematically arranged and follows defined doctrines. So we'll get that first. We'll look at the map of where we want to go after that. Okay, so the big thing here is that we need to get justifications against them. Do we have any? We have possible rivals. I think we should declare most of our rivals in basically Africa. If we declare rivals in Africa, then we can actually do relationship mending in Portugal. I'm going to send a diplomat to Portugal, and I'm going to send a diplomat to England. And I'm also going to send a diplomat to Aragon as well. to improve relations with my immediate neighbors in the north and my European powers, while basically preparing for war against the south. We have a mission tree. Woohoo! I think they're very basic, if I remember right. Regional expansion, humiliate rival. Okay, maybe I don't want to humiliate rival. I want to absolutely wipe them the fuck out. You know what I mean? Economy. Develop capital economy. We gain profit dividend modifier decaying. Infrastructure efforts. Traditional economy. No, I don't want to. I don't know if I want that. Politics. A capable cabinet. We gain high era for 5 years. Okay, let's try that. Start the capable cabinet mission. The delegation of advisory seats is pivotal. So yeah, the mission trees right now are really basic, so they are going to be adding them in. That basically confirms my theory. They're just no mission trees to begin with. You can enable them, but they're all basic. Like, none of them have any flavor whatsoever. Because there's nothing about, like, fighting against Grenada or warring against Morocco and stuff like that. Hey, Morocco! Start a capable cabinet mission. Alright, let's see what it does. Create a cabinet. Oh, it seems kind of easy. Hover my mouse over to see what it does. The mission tree system is actually really cool. This shit is awesome. I cannot wait to see the flavor packs for this stuff. Because this will actually give you narrative to your campaign. You can ignore these and just play sandbox, but it gives you objectives to work towards. This task will take 0 days to complete. At least 2 cabinet members. Okay, so that's incredibly fucking basic. So basically, the mission trees are much more expansive this time around with sub-objectives to basically achieve. So in that case, what we're going to do is we're going to go to our cabinet and we're going to pick some people. The most capable people in our empire. Fernando Aller is pretty good. He's got 94 in diplomacy or 94 in, what's that stat? Administrative and 74 in diplomatic. I'll hire him. Next cabinet member. That person has 86 military. So that guy can do the military stuff. There, now we've got cabinet members for everything. And with that done, that should mean that capable cabinet is complete. I think I have to let a day pass. Alright, where were we? Inefficient minting. Alright, let's open up our taxes. Increase coinage. Chatfish coinage. Boop, 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 boop. Oh, yeah. There we go. The nobility is very, very cranky right now, so we can't really tax them too heavily. Same for the bourgeois. Or the burghers, not the bourgeoisie. I don't know why I said that. I don't know why I said that. I just did for no reason. Okay, our economy might vary depending what happens here. Let's open up trade. Trading. Okay, let's take a squeaky peeky. What will generate us the most profits? That will give us 5.557 ducats for trading some saffron, I think that is. Yeah, I think that's saffron. So expand that. Now, is there anything from exports that is that high? No. Importing these goods will actually help us the most. What trade capacity do we have? Do we actually have the trade capacity to do that game? I don't fucking know. What do you mean you don't fucking know? Underage heir? Yeah, he's 2 years old. He's a little Bobby. Little Bobby. Alright, let's see. Lax commander in the First Army. We don't really need to worry about that just yet. Now, what we do want to probably do is we do want to start establishing a spy network. The vile kingdom of Navarre has declared us their enemy. And Portugal. And Aragon. You try to be nice to people around you. Whatever. Navarre... Like, who are you friends with? Maybe getting rid of Navarre would be the ideal thing, because they're being little bitches. Let's take a look. Go to country panel. There's a woman in charge. Like, no! And start screaming. They have a royal marriage with Aragon. Okay, so don't mess with them. Not mess with them yet, anyways. So in the meantime, let's build up our professional military a bit more. Recruit regulars. Let's get some Crusader Knights. Never mind. Oh, yeah, we can. Okay, we're recruiting some Crusader Knights. This will be our standing army. Our standing army will go up to 500 men, which is pretty good for a standing army. Especially considering that standing armies as a concept isn't really a thing yet. These are more like a retinue at this point. Okay, so where were we? Let us build a spy network in Granada. As we do that, we will fabricate claims against them. Do we have any claims against them at the moment? No casus belli. Yet. Our navy is going to be instrumental, so let us also build them up too. Having a strong navy is not a bad idea. Build some ships. Traditional galleys. A Catalan galley. Build 2 more Catalan galleys to shore up our fleet, bring it up to 16 in total. We'll use them to basically patrol the coastline here and prevent the enemy from making footholds in the north. Because we need to keep the enemies from sending troops into our land. Or we could alternatively let them land and then slaughter them when they land. Okay, in that point, let's move our army to this fort here. In the south. We can build up our troops over here closer to the border. So that we can react faster when the conflict breaks out. Actually, let's move to Cordoba. Cordoba seems like a good mustering point. It's really relatively close to Granada. So we'll move our army troops down there. The 100 Years' War has begun. In the year 1337, tensions between the Kingdom of England and the Kingdom of France have reached a breaking point. The long-standing disputes over territory and claims to the French throne have erupted into open hostilities, marking the beginning of the 100 Years' War. Not that we know that now, by the way. Both nations are now preparing for a protracted conflict that will shape the destiny of Western Europe. The world watches as these two great powers prepare for their inevitable clash on the battlefield. The 100 Years' War was a long and brutal conflict between England and France that lasted from 1337 to 1453. It started when the English king claimed the French crown, arguing his right through his mother's bloodline. While the French rejected this under their own laws, both sides already had overlapping territories in France, which only fueled the fire. What followed was a prolonged on-and-off war filled with battles and betrayals, and shifting alliances that dragged on for over a century, and shifted the geopolitical landscape of all Western Europe forever. This will hopefully be over quickly. Now, theoretically speaking, this could actually end relatively quickly, depending on how it goes, depending on what the AI does, because that's not up to me what the 100 Years' War does. But as you can see, France currently possesses 60.19% strength, but it's going to be hard for them to fully, beat up England. And I think this was all over, this sparked was over Aquitaine, if I remember right. But I can't remember 100% Chatfishers. You're on your way down there, aren't you? You little goober? Oh no, you're not. Get down there, you little goop. You little goop star. Alright, we have not a surplus of ducats. What is going on here? Fort maintenance? Alright, let's level with the bucket fishers here. Do we really need to maintain these forts in Asturias? No. The Muslims aren't even here anymore. So, forts like this, deep in our territory, can probably be dismantled. Because they're not going to benefit us in any real way. Unless they do something. Garrison size, unrest, possible nobles, 20, fort level, 2. Theoretically speaking, what we could do is we could go to our finances. Start fiddling with things a little over here. Our legitimacy is going up, so we can lower the court fees a little bit. Pinch there. The army maintenance is definitely playing a factor. Fort maintenance can probably be cut down a hair. And that frees up our finances quite a bit. Look at that. Woohoo! Fun fact, there were also minor ice age going on during the 100 Years' War. Yeah, that was kind of like an on-off thing, because that also happened during the migratory period of 450, or the 4th century. Our catfishes were getting cold. And so they were hungry, so they head south. So they had... The catfish want sandwiches! Oh no. Alright. Unpause. Set to speed 4. Now, we wait. No, I'm kidding. Alright, so next up, let's check our capital. We do have constructions ongoing around the capital, which is good. But what is the control level of the capital? It is relatively good, but it sort of wanes as the further you go away. There's a road here that actually boosts it that way. So theoretically, we continue to construct roads to further our influence even further from our beating heart of hearts. I think building this road would help. Like, we build it like that way. Yeah, like so. And then we'll build that road to Siguenza, which will push our control further from the capital south. Because honestly, building their infrastructure south is going to be better because these areas are going to have a lot more money. Toledo isn't our new capital or anything, is it? No. Toledo isn't. Madrid will become a future capital in Spain as time goes forward. So the real question is, chat bitches, is why is your little boat here? Why would they sit in the water? I'm screaming. The influence of the Mesta Council. Oh boy. Our Chancellor reports slow. No! Our child is slow. He's not learning as fast as he should. He's being retarded. The migratory sheep herds of Iberia have had a strong impact on the Castilian economy for centuries. Officially organized by the Mesta Council, this association possesses significant power to petition King Alfonso XI, the Avenger of Dibojona, to confirm and uphold their rights and privileges. While the Mesta Council received their founding charter in 1273 from Holy Roman Emperor Alfonso the Wise of Dibojona, this would enshrine and ensure its position in our realm. Good news, chatfishes! We can implicate them as well. All wool locations we own in Iberia will receive the Merino wool modifier permanently, which is local noble power and local clergy power will go up substantially. Refusing their petition will piss off the noble estates, but we will go with it because allowing it means that we can raise our taxes on the nobility because they're happier. Okay, never mind. They're just cranky. They're just cranky little guys. You do anything nice for them, they just get mad. You uphold their rights, they're just like, I'm mad. I kind of want to kill myself a little bit. It's like, okay. I mean, that's fair. I mean, you should. Do it. Do it now. You should do it. Okay. Our prestige is slowly rising. Our stability is slowly going up. I would like to cancel something I was doing earlier. I think the Aragonese or the Portuguese. I'm going to cancel my disproving of the diplomacy with them. And I'm instead going to reach out to the Eastern Roman Empire and profess my trust to them randomly. Then I'm going to do absolutely nothing. Control Q. Yes, that's correct looking. As the Emperor over there was like, why did he just randomly send me a love letter? We need to create a Casus Belli, but we can't do any of them yet. Okay, well next let's check our capable cabinet stuff. Oh wait, I'm not doing anything with my cabinet. Fake. Enact government reforms. Head of cabinet. Head of the cabinet. Any cabinet member is head of the cabinet. Increase cabinet efficiency. Okay. Royal authority. High Era of Castile. So let's get royal authority up. So firstly, let us take a look at what he can do. Convert rebel, crack down, stabilize country. That will strengthen government is based on militancy. So that should be done by this guy here. He will strengthen the government. And that is what he is assigned to do. Next Chatfish mission. The meritocratic approach. I don't know how to do that. I don't know how to do that. Oh, wait, no. Head of cabinet. Does that just make somebody head of cabinet? Let's see. Hint. Go to government cabinet. Click on head of cabinet button next to the cabinet member's name. You can also appoint the head of cabinet. Character actions. You learn how possible cabinet actions. Okay, so government and cabinet. Government! Doesn't see cabinet anymore. Screams. Oh, there it is. Promote to head of cabinet. I shall do that for him. We'll lose 5 legitimacy from the action, but he's now the head of the cabinet. Now that we've done that, we can check our cabinet missions. Do I have to wait for the weekend or something, or the month? Because I just did it. At least 2 cabinet members. Currently 1 fulfill this requirement. What? Oh no, I didn't press the button when I had the opportunity. Oh shit. Well, I think I have to cancel his mission. How do I cancel it? How do I cancel what you're doing? Expel people. Just like, oh, turn into ice. Turn in. That's not really what I want you to do. I want you to stop doing stuff. My cabinet assigned. Well, he's already doing that. I don't want him to stop doing that. Can I stop him from here? Cabinet member Alfonso, strengthen government. Is it possible to have him do nothing? I don't think it is possible to have him do nothing. What? I guess I could fire him and then hire him? I wouldn't want to do that, though. I think he'll get mad. Or maybe? Maybe he won't. Okay, now that I've done that... Can only 1 fulfill this? Oh, it's because I promoted the other guy. God damn it. It has nothing to do with strengthening the government. It's because I made him the head of the fucking thing. Okay, so... I'm learning stuff here, chat bitches. Like, chat bitches are learning too, kid. God damn it. Alright, well, we're just gonna have to leave him be for now. Encourage migration. I like how I did that and I completely fucked myself over. Like, that's wonderful. Like, that's wonderful. Oh my god. Develop province. Local development. Encourage migration. Expel people. He's very good at that stuff. Assimilate pops into our culture. Castilian. I mean, honestly, they're not, like, too divergent. The Leonese culture is relatively on board with us, I think. So we don't really need to worry about that. I think the reality here is we got to figure out what else we're going to do. Change societal values. Centralization. Okay, that's actually cool. I didn't even know you could do that. So he's going to centralize stuff. Yeah, I can have a better education. Alright, he's kind of retarded, so yeah, he should. Expensive education will increase court costs by 2%. But we have to compensate the fact that he's a moron. He's rowdy. This expensive education will help him out. Oh, we got the create cabinet mission done. Yay! Oh, we got that done too. Meritocratic. Task fulfilled. Oh, what's this? Our steward reports. Increased cabinet efficiency. Increased cabinet efficiency is currently in progress. This task will be completed November 3rd. Corrupt taxmen. Oh no. Chatfish are evil. Oh. Yes, we're trying to centralize crown authority immediately. That's, I think, one of our #1 goals. Centralize power to the crown. Those who handle large sums of money have always been tempted to claim more than their fair share of it, and tax collectors are no exception. However, while we can afford some money being lost, Along the way, affluent citizens have recently found that they avoid term taxes altogether by paying large bribes to taxmen. Instead, currently, this scheme seems to be supported by some of the older collectors who are trying to retire comfortably. While tacitly allowing this practice is costly, we might be able to avoid spending time and effort on a detailed investigation and instead just wait it out till they retire. It will harm our legitimacy to do as such. Let them retire. They have served us well. We will lose 202 ducats. Oh, no, they don't. I'll take a hit to legitimacy. Those little corrupt fucks need to be pushed out of government. Okay, we're making progress. Encouraging centralization, building our country up. Task fulfilled. Enact government reforms. While we are doing that, let's take a look at how well we're doing, Chatfishes. We're doing pretty good. We need to increase royal authority is the next part of our mission. Wow, okay. We're kicking ass when it comes to this mission stuff. Whoa, Chatfishes. And they're like, fucking look at me with their fucking goofy ass eyeballs. Do I have any casus bellies against them? I do not. But I will generate one against them. What's this? De Libro de Buen Amor. One of our priests has studied the subject of love and the differences between what he calls good and foolish love intensely. Juan Ruiz has now published a revised collection of this material. The manuscript contains an autobiography of the author, moral lessons in the forms of fables, tales of love, affairs, and periodical accounts of medieval deeds. Very well. We gain Libro de Buen Amor for 5 years, which gives us a plus 0.5% population growth. Honestly, well worth it, in my eyes. Population growth and growing our pop is the big thing here. The big thing we need to also factor in, Chatfishes, is how much food we're going to have in the long term. How much food can we maintain in our little Chatfish empire? Give money to those in need will help us with stability or legitimacy. Invest the money into government or let us fill our treasury. Let's raise that legitimacy to 81. We're still making a positive amount of ducats, but not a whole lot. Possible clergy in towns. Institution growth, possible burghers in town, and burgher literacy. We can reach our burgher literacy rate. Make them smarter. Smarter fishes. The Eastern Roman Empire is not a big fan of Gibbs, but I'm a big fan of them, as they will be the bulwark to keep the Autotards from getting too much power. We're going to improve relations with them in a desperate bid to basically try to help them survive so that the Autotards are prevented from breaking into Europe. As we are mostly role-playing a super crusader state, we're putting aside our territorial grievances for the glory of Christianity. Check, whoa, he's so nice or something. Cuckoo is what that's called. Alright, that's funny. The first Royal Bucket Army. Alright, let's see. What is there anything actually automated in terms of structures? I could automate the construction of buildings. I'm going to automate markets for now because it's kind of annoying for me to keep track of that shit. I'm going to automate the building stuff for now, as I'm just going to focus on politics for the moment. Increase cabinet efficiency, task complete. Royal authority is all that remains. We need 86 legitimacy. We are 82 legitimacy. Once we have 86, then we will get the next reward. A doctrine of particular judgment. Religious influence -5. As we know, when we die, God judges us immediately and decides what each soul's fate is to be, as it awaits the final judgment. However, a monk of Montfortet de Lemos has started a doctrinal dispute that verges on heresy, claiming that there is no purgatory and saying that prayers for the dead do not assist their passage into heaven. These disputes are threatening the very unity of the Catholic Church. He is probably a heretic. The dead cannot be helped. Castilian Lemos lose pop satisfaction. No, we must give them peace of mind. We'll take the hit through religious influence, which will suck balls, but it's only temporary. Peace in Westphalia, Chatfish. Westphalia! That's like in Germany. That's like in... Do you ever want to live in Westphalia? Like a little bit. The book hunting. King Alfonso XI, the Avenger of de Bourgogne, has gathered impressive information about the state of the hunting grounds of Castile and the breeding of dogs for the same purpose. Not only is the extensive documentation and expression of our rulers' capabilities, but it will also be useful to improve the capacities of the wild game extraction in our realm, which will improve food. Excellent work. Regionally renowned Libro de la Montoya is created by King Alfonso XI, the Avenger of de Bourgogne, in Valladolid. We gain book hunting for 20 years. Inefficient minting. Motherfucker, if I mint any more coins, it'll be inefficient. We have a little bit of an outbreak. Disease. There's some sort of disease going on up north above us. Nothing scary on the disease maps thus far. Alright, Chatfish, where were we? Oh, that's right. It's like, Chatfish, kid. Wah, wah. Cancel the opinion, return the diplomat. Back from Aragon. The Eastern Roman Empire's opinions of us continue to waver, as Serbia wages a holy war against them. Oh. Actually, I don't know if it's holy. I don't know. I'm just sort of guessing, to be honest with you. It's like, okay, we don't know either, Kib. I want to wage religious war, a crusade against Granada and the Muslims of the south. We must take all of Iberia, push them back to North Africa, and then press into North Africa. That is what we must do, Chatfish. Royal authority. Task fulfilled. We will get high arrow for 5 years once this is complete. We need to raise our stability to 39.89. Maximum tax plus 5%. Holy shit. High arrow is amazing. All right. Strengthen government. You will now switch your task to stabilize the country. Then we will go into finances, and we will invest more into the stability of our beautiful nation. In fact, we'll invest every ducat we have. We're going to cut down fort maintenance just a pair, so I can free up some ducats, because I would like to push that over to at least 25%. There. It's making 25 per bit. All right, we're pushing upwards. Our military's taking a bit of a hit. Maybe it's time to de-recruit one of these little units. Or alternatively, we could maybe build up some more barrackses. That should help with men-at-arms recruitment. Or crusaders, I suppose is what they'd actually be called. Let's see. Raising armies, raising regulars, show recruitment building options, a sergeantry, royal, Astranza, well, with sailors. I don't even need sailors. Damn, I can't build this anywhere. Unfortunate. Let's see. They are just not ready. Stability minus 14. What's this? If it's war they want, failed promises. We have often made it clear that the Catholic faith is the one true faith, assuring our people that a war against the Nasrid Emirate of Granada is imminent, considering our religious differences. However, many of our subjects are currently disappointed in us, as we have failed to pursue any kind of war against our neighbors for Granada. We must do it. We gain religious war. Oh, hey, we get it for free. Nice. Alright, speaking of wars, I now have a righteous war against you. Death to the infidels. They will call their allies Lekman and just Lemkin? Oh, they stand alone. Morocco will not come to their aid. How unfortunate. Let the crusades begin, bucketfish. They purr with excitement. We must raise the levies. Raise all levies. We must crush the infidel. Captain Georgie, our navy. Rally the navy, bucketfishes. You will be placed in charge of the Admiralty, and I want a blockade set up so that no reinforcements will arrive. Slow down time to 3. Troops are on their way from across the country. Oh shit, we've got a battle that's going to occur, do we? I don't think we'll get back to Cordoba in time. 8,000 enemy troops. We'll try to march north, but I don't know if we'll be able to evade them. Allied forces will muster here. Yep, they're gonna get caught. They got unfortunately ambushed. Our actual Spanish army is seed. Okay, we're gonna take this. Actually, no, we need to evacuate out of there. Okay, merge these armies, place them under command of our King Alfonso. Alfonso will lead 9,000 men south. You will link up with these troops here. This army over here will head over there. Link up with these dudes here. Actually, wait on Lorca. Or Lorca. More reinforcements are coming from the north. Merge under King Alfonso. Oh no, I guess Alfonso didn't take command. Capitan Jorge de Najara has taken command of the forces. They will press into the enemy territory. Alright, there they are, there they are. Move to intercept. The 6th Army will be ordered to head to Almeria. We have our fleet basically laying siege to the coast over here. They'll group up with that detachment there. 18,000 men here were placed under the command of Cristobal. He's 29. Good luck. You will head towards the capital. Our first battle is joined. Our men have made contact with the enemy of Christendom. We're doing well. We're winning. Their forces are withdrawing into their country. We need to give chase. Going to the mountains? Oh boy. Place them under command of King Alfonso the Avenger. Lay siege to that city there. What the fuck? They're trying to alleviate the defenders here? They will not succeed. King Alfonso crushed them. Nice! The army's too weak. Alright, we'll head to that village there. And we'll keep these armies outside here and place them under command of Aurelio Ramirez. He will lead the boys in case they break the blockade or they try to break into our country. Alright, we're sieging them down. Now, I do think we should launch an invasion of Telekmen, at least to charge them ducats. Court's possible. We have 96 control. The control plays a role in how effective the hearing or the parliament will go. Parliament is... it's not very high. It's 47%. It will fail. Where's the credit party? Royal Customs. That'll hold stability. We'll give the burghers more powers to make sure that that goes forward. Then we need to start taking away powers from them. What's that? Is that their navy? Ah, it disappeared. So now is our opportunity. Now, we don't want to bite off more land than we can technically chew, but we do want to maybe get Lekman as a puppet. That will give us ground territories in North Africa. Unraised navies? I know. There's no reason to raise them. There's a disease affecting my country. Is it, I don't know what that is. Presence is that little thing with the eyeball. It's got measles. Oh, a couple people, 2,000 people have died from measles. Oh well. Not much I can do about that. Alright, there's the enemy navy. We need to defeat that in a battle. If we can win the naval battle here, we can launch an invasion to North Africa. And it appears we succeeded. Alright. 14,000 men under the 8th Army are to be sent to the coast and begin an invasion. Can they board those boats? Oh, they can't all board it? Okay, we're gonna have to raise the navy. Excuse me. Yeah, ferrying troops like this is a bit risky. The first batch of invaders are landing. I hope that's enough men. I hope they have like little boat animations for landing invasions. Because currently walking across the ocean just looks goofy. Looks goofy. Level out the troops. Put a commander in charge. Alright, the next batch of invaders are on the way. The Crusaders are continuing to cross the waterway. Naval resupply button. Oh, I probably want to have that. Shouldn't that be on by default? Yes, they are now setting to redistribution of food. 10,000 men are now landing. Very good. The invasion has been a success. What's this? Guild's Advanced Research. Okay, woohoo! Huge! Alright, let's see. Next, we must press to that village there. We're winning this war pretty heavily, mind you. Alright, the 7th Army is being called to the south. These villages will be easy to take, as there's really no defending troops here. The Lekmans have actually sent men. Alright, leave a detachment for sieging, and we need to go crush them. They have like a Carthaginian-looking flag, don't they? Well, they're all fucking dead. I'm going to leave those 904 men there. They will join up with that other group. These forces will press to the capital as we continue to basically get more and more war score. Yes, Chatfish, good. I think we're winning wars today, chat. Like, champions are scared of wars. Yes. Perfect. Our money is going down, but that is acceptable for now. Okay, they're gonna head south there. They're gonna head to that city over there. Alright, now that we've done that, decrease fort costs as high as possible. As we don't need to maintain funding in forts at the moment, because there's nothing to worry about. We have 96% war, like, victory points. And we've taken all of Granada. Now we must take all of these guys too, so that we have as much war score as possible, so we can take as much from them as we possibly can. There goes that village. Now to the head south. Yes, the Mernid Sultanate is going to be in deep shit when I'm done with these. Okay, let's see. Peasant connections, cost of purchasing food will go down. Monthly diplomats, diplomatic capacity. Increase our ability to influence other nations, I'd say, for now. Open all diplomatic actions. Friendly actions. Curry favors with them. Offer an alliance. They will not accept. At least one more positive than negative reasons are needed. Perhaps it's time to curry favors with them. Eastern Rome is start currying favors. Now, you little chuckle fucks, you need to start, like, accepting me as a friend. Or you're gonna get balkanized quickly, as Serbia's already gobbled a chunky up. Like, hang in the little Rome tards. I'm not gonna join the 5th Crusade because it's a death trap, but I can ensure that the auto tards don't break into Europe. Okay. Leguat. We'll take that. We have 100% war score. Okay, I think that means we have all the juice we can go. Open up the peace conference. So, without really much need to declare much, I'm going to annex the entirety of Granada. Ah! Monk button. This will make the Christians in our countries cry out with autistic rage. Like, what? As that is only a little sliver will be left as Morocco. We can have all that. And I want a foothold in the coast here. Okay, I can't have that foothold. There we go. Get a pinch of that. Annul treaties. Well, we don't have to worry about annulling any treaties. They're not going to be around. Toggle core treaties. Revoke Granada's cores. Is it possible to make them into a vassal? I don't think so. Our diplomatic capacity is not high enough to maintain that. No. But we can take some ducats. And 11 ducats to be exact. We've done it, chat. And now we have a beachhead. Woohoo! Okay, now we can disband them. Return those armies back to home. We have the fishing boats go back to fishing. Our next goal is again to put pressure on Morocco. We will move them from Christian lands as well. We did it. Now we have non-integrated provinces. This must be adjusted at once. So, stabilizing country, encouraging centralization. I don't really have administrative system in courts, legal courts. What's this? Assign administrative law policies. El De Tementio system will grant 10% power to the nobility. No, I don't want them to have any power. Monthly development costs, proximity costs, food production. This impacts proximity between locations in a country. Efficiency of our cabinet, plus 5%. Monthly progress to centralization. A central council. Let us continue to centralize government. The state is administrated as a single council, wherein the number decide the policy of the state. Remote areas of our country will struggle to make their voices heard. That's fine. We're gonna try to be a super centralized Castile. Then we're gonna walk around the entirety of this, by the way. I just noticed that. No, you're not, you fucks. Alright. Now, with the victory here, we can dismantle many of these forts that are no longer needed. The bourgeoisie and other elements of our government are continuing to deteriorate yet further. Why is that? Is it because we're encouraging centralization? I imagine it is. Maximum war exhaustion. Estate equilibrium is 0.96. Stabilizing our country. Our country's stability has plummeted. My God. How did that happen? Wait, whoa. This is just fucking gone. You know, just cooked. The little fisher just disappeared. I'm going to invest all ducats into the stability. The army maintenance must drop to 0. The navy maintenance must also be mothballed immediately. And taxing the bourgeoisie, or whatever, and the nobility will be taxed to maximum capacity. This is only to limp along in getting that stability to level out. The legitimacy for our government is high enough. We can slash the legitimacy, and again, that will help alleviate that burden. Wait, what? Is this sovereign? Copper complaints? Oh, that'll increase their satisfaction. That'll increase their satisfaction. Honestly, I want them to be a little happier. The reason why is because I can tax them with ease. Little chatfish! I know. I will disband that army as soon as it's home. What are you doing, you little goober? Like, because he, like, flew backwards. With our influence now touching Africa, it won't be long before the glory of Christianity will be known by the bucket. Our ducats are now in the positive. This is good news, Chatfish. Our stability is slowly but surely coming back to us. Those levies have been put back down. Our stability is ouchie. That's for sure. Stabilizing country. Unfortunately, we'll have to reassign him to new tasks. Our guy encouraging centralization needs to begin integration of these new provinces into our empire. Now, talk about our stability not being where it should be. Alright, lower the taxes of the nobility first. I can lower it to 41%, pretty much almost 0. That will cause the nobles to lose the rebel support. This will start eating into our finances, though. So we're going to have to keep taxing them a little bit. Even if they're big crybabies. But honestly, getting that stability up will help. Yeah, just keep the positive ducats. I can handle rebel scum, but I can't handle a bajillion other problems. Our fort maintenance is now down at an all-time low. Now, the fort of Jean can probably be disassembled. which will again free up some of our finances, ducat-wise. Cordoba will be kept, but the fort over here will be dismantled, as we don't really need that fort as much. Castile's like a ring of fucking forts here. This fort and over here is just a bit far out of the way. Dismantle it. Okay, these other forts are kind of useful because they're kind of scattered to keep enemy movements down. Alright, I've dismantled about 3 forts that were a bit redundant. We have a holding in Africa, Chatfish. You change law without doing it through Parliament, causing your stability to fall hard. That's how I did it? Oh, because I was being a tyrannical piece of shit. Whoops. Check. Oopsies. I was too excited clicking on things. I didn't even read that. I just thought I could do it. I'm like, oh, okay. Law's not codified? Yeah, that's probably why. A new outbreak? Smallpox. Our stability is recovering, gradually. Now, as our stability recovers, that will mellow out how mad they are. A loan? Why did we take a loan? What caused this? Well, that's unfortunate. We need to pay that off immediately. Cuckoo have joined a coalition against Castile. Zab have joined a coalition? Oh no! There's a coalition against me. I don't care. The weather thing is honestly completely pointless. They could probably remove that, I swear to God. Well, the Central Council law is going to pass. Oh, no, it's going to because I forced it through. Okay, our stability's almost down to 50% negative, which, again, as it levels out, the taxing of our people will become easier and easier. But honestly, the nobility is just going to have to suck it up, Buttercup. Increasing their taxes. Now, we are currying favor with the Eastern Roman Empire. Surely these little bastards must appreciate me by now. They genuinely don't. And then my game crashed. It's what I get for implementing logic. Damn it! Good thing this autosaves. But now Paradox knows that it was me implementing laws. Chatfish against Kibbs? No, Frank. You will be killed. He's like, but my name is Frank. The weather thing is kind of worthless. It isn't just kind of worthless. It is worthless. Like, yes, it is a mechanic. No, there's absolutely nothing I can do about it, and I can't engage with it in the slightest. But thank you, game, for telling me about it. Game's like, do you know that? Did you know that I don't care? Game's like, ooh. One's like, ooh, yourself, game. Like, I can't do anything about it. Definitely the best strategy game of the year, though, I think, is Europa Universalis 5. It's pretty damn good. Breck people. Whoa! Chocolate. That's fair, chat. That's fair. Chatfish living the little chatfish fucking lives over here. Damn, Indians shooting other Indians. Little chatfish. By the way, chat, don't forget to drop a like on your favorite Kib stream. You have to do your due diligence. Not all of you have done that. Need it in order to live. Also, don't forget to donate. We're almost towards the daily goal, chat. Soon, we'll be able to survive another day. Wow, another day with Kib. I know. Let's keep people fed. How about that, chat? Like, we don't want to do that. Okay, back in we are. We're making good progress, Chatfish. Alright, our population is going back up. Militarily. I'm kind of scared if there's like a disease I don't know about coming, but so far nothing. The Black Death has yet to spawn. Slave conversion. Select force slave conversion. Damn. Alright, chat. Who would like to name the character? You may donate to name them. A new son has been born in our glorious dynasty. Who will rise to the occasion? Shrank, it's not me who loses stones. It's people's jobs who go poof. A little drinky drink. But that is the most important thing. We are very close. We are 2/3 of the way to today's goal. We need Chatfish to rise to the challenge and do the bare minimum. Making the daily goal. It's like, what, the bare minimum? Yep, that's it's already hard enough to do that. That's not good crazy, chat. Bare minimum dono goal. Woohoo, bare minimum. I love bare minimums. Woohoo. Keeps people fed. Woohoo. You know, they don't starve to death. That's true. It's like, what the fuck? What the... Well, you want them to starve to death? I mean, we can, so dang. When you're just a little chatfish and you're not okay, who will come and name this child? Beano's a strong name for your sphere. Well, you can donate for it. But we're going to have to wait until that happens. So we shall wait until somebody decides a name for them. Who shall our son be? He is a beautiful boy. A beautiful baby boy. He is just a little guy waiting for a new name. Jano does the right thing and donates 25 Polish bucks and says save the poor kid from the Spanish name. Make it Jano instead. A dignified name. Yes, fit our main loot. Thank you, Jano, for helping out to reach the daily. You are very much appreciated. Now it's named Jano. Next child will be up to the next fish. Assuming I actually have another child. Our prestige is going down. Our money is going down. Our stability is going up, which is good. Bit by bit by bit by bit. Honestly, continue to tax the ever-living Jesus out of people. Oh my god, it crashed again? What the fuck? What? That's 2 crashes in a row. What happened? That's a big sad moment for Kib, Chatfish. I'm gonna have to commit Kibicide right now. Well, what happened when it crashed? I don't know. Just send the report anyways. Send it. Send it at once. We are $242 towards today's goal, chat. We are very, very close to reaching that daily goal. We must make it, though. Remember, chat, don't forget, the Fire Warrior stream is a possibility, and it could be funded. You have to do your part. You have to help raise that goal in order for us to actually do it. It's true. Otherwise, that offer from Semper Tantrum will go to the wind. This is your one and only week to do it. Oh my god. If you don't have a law passed, you can pass it without stability cost, Gibbs. What are you talking about, fat fuck? He's like, fat fuck! Oh! And hopefully I don't know what that crash is about. I hope it stops. Because this game was pretty stable. Now it's super crashy all of a sudden. I wonder how that could have happened. Probably Chatfish. They probably caused it. Maybe we just don't comment about this picture ever again. Maybe we just look at it. I like the guy in the middle looks like a frog, though. God damn, he does look like a frog. Like a ribbit. Ribbit. The guy on the left looks like he does not fucking care. He's like, did you know that these are seasonings? And he's like, I am allergic to seasonings. Yeah. This is what happened when he plays the Spanish. Damn! is there anything happening that didn't happen before? We're making it further each month. I don't think so. The French and English are beating the shit out of each other. But that's about it. Let's see. They will not take this alliance. Why do you hate me so much? Oh my god, you're such a big baby. Eastern Roman views Catholic countries -12. Oh, for God's sake, you better have a positive goddamn outlook. He's like, I don't like them because I'm Orthodox. It's like, fucking Christ. Unhappy estates? Oh, boo, fucking who? Wait. Does it crash at the same point? It might actually do. It might. I'm not entirely sure. Might be some sort of event. Don't need that. Alright, chat, let's take a look at our dynasty. Where's Jano? Jano berries? Where are you? Damn it! Jano berries hasn't been born yet. I have to wait for him to get squirted out again. Oh, he's not a dice roll. Can I rename them if they've been born? Oh, there he is. Boop. There's Jano berries. Whoa. These are part of a different family. Aragon. I think. Yes, they're part of Aragon, I think. I think. Is this nation related to anybody? Oh my god, they're not. They're not part of Aragon. Aragon does not own them. Interesting. Caligan? Caligari? Caligari. Well, stream no Spunky. He's like, Spunky! Don't forget, chat, if you would like the Fire Warrior Fund to be done, you must contribute towards its goal. Its goal is reaching the weekly goal and exceeding it. Now remember, Semper Tantrum pledged to support $7.50 if Chatfish make the weekly, which will put down the Fire Warrior goal to by $2.50. But you only have 3 days to do it. We need to actually make some traction. We need to at least make today's goal, chat, if there's going to be any hope of this occurring. Otherwise, it will go to the winds, and then you will have nothing. And I will have to fire Beano. So the choice is yours. So the choice. Like, bye, Beano. So Beano's like, Beano. Damn. Listen, Chatfish, you don't want Beano to disappear, do you? You like Beano, right? They just look at me like, that's big fucking like, no. Think about it, chat. It's the Beano Protection Fund. Save Beano, keep Beano fed. Oh my god, it crashed at the same point again. F's in chat, boys. Yep, I think you're right. We have to go back to a previous save. How far back do we have to go? Yeah, something's locking up there. That's the first time I've ever had that. The game was so stable. I had 20 hours in this, and now I've gotten to like this one save point where it just crashes over and over again. I mean, I could recreate everything I did, but that would be kind of annoying. So let's just see if we can rewind a bit. I'm pretty sure last time this deal was mentioned, it was 500 over for Fire War. No, it wasn't. So, Chatfish mentioned that... Yeah, no, it was not. Nope. Nope. I know because we wrote it down the minute it was. It was a grand. Nothing has changed. Oh, I clicked continue. Fuck, wrong button. This is weird. Yeah, it is. The game is usually hyper stable. Like, I've never had hardly any crashes with this game. Now I've got this weird save where it just keeps crashing. And it's like, what the fuck? It's really agitating. So let's open up the saves and see where we can rewind. Don't forget, chat, the Lost Planet thumbnail is currently available for funding. It has limited time to get on. You have until Sunday to get onto the thumbnail. That's true. If it does not get funded, there will be no thumbnail for it, because I'll just stream it anyways. Also, what else is there? There's other things. Oh yes, the New Year's Eve thumbnail is now available for funding. And don't forget, the Charity Fish Fund always needs help. This is true. I love being a content creator. I love doing this every day, chat. It's my favorite pastime. Like, really? No. No, I fucking hate it. Thank you for asking. Chatfish World. Alright, we're gonna rewind to 1340, a year ago. Okay, so to go by year autosaves, that's interesting. And a 3 autosave recycler. Currently, no one's in queue for a charity chatfish. No! Kill him. Start smacking him. Alright, we're back in the war. Oh well. Alright, remember, we gotta name him Jano. Our army just landed. We have basically crushed resistance in the north. We're going to send this army here. Ah, well, it's not the worst. A year is actually only a few minutes. At the speed we were going. Yep, these cities are being sieged down. Very good. Ah! Little army there. Alright, chat bitches. I've got a new idea. It's like, chat bitches. Chat bitches. Goddamn, chat is so adorable. Goddamn. Okay, we leave a detachment here. Yes, of course. And then we proceed to Casco. You know, this fucking music. You know what I mean? Yeah? No? Telling all Americans are easy to distract with maps and Excel charts. Shut the fuck up or I'll tickle you. He's like, no, don't tickle me. I'm gonna tickle the shit out of you, little fucker. He's like, ooh. Still need to figure out who Johann von Bieberheim is. Bieberheim. Johann von Bieberheim, where are you? You got a dumb name. Come here. They quit making fun of me. Take care, Florial. But yes, chat, we are on a good track record for getting that drunk Fire Warrior stream extension. Possible. But you only have a limited time to do it, chat. We're running out of time. Occupation of Tahart is successful. Was it? WOW? Big wow. Wow. Alright, we can disband this army, and we don't need them anymore. And we can disband this army soon once the city falls. What the fuck? Why do they do that? That's so goofy and weird. We lose support in Cortez. Oh, hey, my stability's back. Yay! Hey, my stability. Let's not ram that law through fucking, you know, whatever. Let's not ram. Maybe that was it. Diplomatic capacity needs to grow. Let me disband this army so they head home. We can disband these armies because the war's pretty much wrapping up. We'll go to finances, and we're going to slash the budget for fort maintenance. And we're going to slash the budget for diplomatic money spending. And we're going to slash the budget for navy maintenance as well. And we're going to tax the nobles as we normally should, at maximum capacity. And they're going to have to get over it. And they're going to have to get up. I'm going to also just siege these things down completely. And you have a fun time, little Florio. Florio! How are we doing today, Chatfish? Having a good week so far? Unhappiness among the merchants? Reduce trade investments? Get rid of troublemakers? We gain trade investments for 2 years. How bad is that? 2 years isn't the worst. I don't want to get my little houses out of order too much. There we go. Those troops are now back. Our population is going up steadily. Very good. Okay. I think we can probably wrap the war up now. So we're going to want all of this, right? Yeah. And we're going to want all of this too. Yeah. And instead of taking anything in Africa, I think we'll do something meaner, if that makes sense. We'll just take ducats, maybe? Force convert to Catholicism would be fucking funny. I guess we revoke their cores. Then we take as much money as we can instead. Okay, we can take all that money. And yeah, I think we won't take anything in North Africa this time. Maybe that'll help. We'll do a slight different history. We are going to be down there, don't you worry. But we'll be down there later. It'll also be easier to core this shit. Bucket fishes. Alright, cut the Navy spending. Cut the Army maintenance. Not that doesn't affect anything. Reduce fort maintenance costs. What's costing us so much money? Food and buildings. Cost of court. I want my stability to go up, though. Because in order to get that capable cabinet thing, we need 39.89 stability. We need to invest in stability. We're going to spend everything we have on stability to get that going up. Now set to speed 4. Resume that. Alright, time to dismantle some of these forts. Which will free up some ducats. Toledo. We'll dismantle this one. And that's it. Just a couple forts. So when I raise the fort funding back up, it's not going to be too nuts. Yeah, we'll go down to Africa in a later time. We'll just focus on stabilizing what we have. Morocco have joined a coalition against Castile. Oh no! I'm so scared. It's like, oh! We are a target of an international organization. On the bright side, Castile gains a lot of power. We just need to remove Morocco completely. And then we're golden. He is stabilizing the country and he's helping stabilize, but we're going to have to take him off stabilization and we're going to have to put him into coring because we need to start coring these territories. We need to core them now. But before we can go on to the offensive again, we're going to need these lands cored. I'm going to profess trust for the Byzantine Empire, aka the Eastern Roman Empire, so they like me more. Like, why don't you love me? Why are you being Greek? Like, we fucking... It's like fucking, they're just angry over there, just fucking shitting themselves. I want to offer you an alliance. The reasons why it's 22, I need 2. Fucking Christ. The border distance is a big thing. It might be foolish and foolhardy to hope. But the reason why... I mean, I will stop doing that if Bulgaria or Serbia take them out and control this. But I'm just worried that the Ottomans are going to rise. And they're going to be a problem. Because by the time I can deal with them, they'll be able to fight me on equal footing, probably. We rule as we see fit. That'll hurt my prestige and my ducats. We can take a hit to them because they're not that mad. The peasant class are more or less whatever. I'm going to continue to encourage centralization at all costs. So that we continue to drift centralization-wise. The ducats are all over the place. Do we have some sort of disease ransacking us at the moment? We do. Ah, shit. We've got 372 dead bucket fishes. Is that mine or total deaths? We have typhus. That's annoying. Get that disease out of my body. Cost of purchasing food. Let's get that lower for the peasantry. You stupid Roman Empire. You're a stupid Spain, not glorious Rome. Yeah. The Eastern Roman Empire is sitting there being too fucking proud to fucking accept help. As they're crumbling. Like, as they're sinking under the water. Like, no. No. Let me help you. Let me. Granted, I have my own vested interests, and it's mostly on containing the Turks. Containment of Christendom. Ouchies. Oh hey, Age of Renaissance is hit, and the Black Death is yet to arrive, and the Renaissance arrived slightly quicker for us. Tolerance ideas, glorious arms, battlefield commissions, finest things. I mean, honestly, while these things are good, thirst for knowledge and stuff, we're just going to go down military focus. Like, we're a crusading state. Like, we know what we are, chat. We know what we are. Certainly the into the ground. I can't do nothing. Can't do jack diddly. Continue to invest everything we have into stability. So I can get that fucking tax bonus. I want to take powers away from the little things inside me. Decentralization and centralization. We are slowly moving in the centralization direction. Draft the legal code. Ooh, that'll help. For centralization, that's good. Ordinamento di Alcala. The legal traditions of our crown remain fragmented with local customs, noble privileges, and older charters, often conflicting with the royal authority. Perhaps it is time to draft a unified legal code that would streamline the governance and clarify the laws of the subject under the crown. Issued in 1348, the reign of Alfonso XI of Castile was a significant regal reform that sought to unify Castile's diverse and legal traditions, as the Siete Partidades and legal code issued by King Alfonso X, great-grandparent Alfonso XI, was not comprehensively adoptive. This royal code elevated the authority of Ferro Real, another code promoted by Alfonso X, over older local laws, asserting the primacy of royal law across the kingdom. It aimed to streamline the governance by resolving contradictions between local charters and establishing a clearer judicial guidelines. We enact this policy. It will change 10 societal values towards centralization. There we go. We're enacting a holy charter. And now centralization's even closer than where it was before Chatfishes. Yeah, look at that. We're almost into centralization, which will increase crown power overall, which will be excellent. Humanism is better for conversion or something? I'm not entirely sure. Either way, our finances are none of your concern. Make sure you recover prosperity after disease cabinet. Accept the demands. King Alfonso, the Avenger de Bojona, has to employ many methods to keep the unruly rich bababa. Okay, they want money, and that'll just make them happy. That is acceptable, because that's just a flat bribe, which again will make them slightly happier. Which means that I can lower their taxes ever so slightly. I hate them. The nobility are the biggest problem here. Without a fucking doubt in my goddamn mind. Fuck the nobility. They're gonna get taxed to the maximum. I don't care. I don't care. I'll pay that to make them slightly less revolty, but like that's it. Like I just don't care about them. Fuck the nobility. Fuck the nobility. People in provinces suffering from famine and disease and unfortunate events claim that sorcery and witchcraft behind their misery. Women, children, and men have been accused of being witches, of worshipping the devil, and of being a threat to Christendom. It has gone so far that people in Almeria have lynched alleged witches without a proper trial. Send a message to the Pope to ask for advice. A cry for help. There's no such thing as sorcery. We're going to ask the Papal States for help. The Pope condemns the witch trials. After asking Pope Bonifacius the 11th, I'm not entirely sure, for advice, or the 20th, I'm not entirely sure. I forget what it means when Roman numerals are reversed like that. Chatfish is myth, the myth. For advice on the whole witch situation, about whether or not to continue with our witch hunts and trials, we waited for their answer. It finally arrived with the Pope's signature at the end of the official document. Cease with the witch hunts and trials immediately. We obey. This will increase our religious influence, yes. Cease the witch trials. Revoking privilege costs for things. That will be useful. Resolutions to vote on. Il est qui se pro, which does what? Divini. Antagonism received -20. Oh, well, that's good. I'll vote for in favor. Of course we will. Yeah. The threat of Morocco? Oh, shit. The institution of, okay, we got a lot of stuff happening here, Chatfishes. Chatfishes are like, AX equals 9, says Sternfucker. The heathen rulers of Morocco have prepared to strike us with an invasion force in the south of Iberia. This threatens our continuous efforts to rid the peninsula from foreign invaders and solidify Catholic rule over Iberia. We should call upon our friends in Portugal and ready our armies to drive out the Moroccan invaders for good. The situation in the southern border of Castile looked grim in the decade of 1330. The loss of the castle of Gibraltar in 1333 opened an opportunity for Abu Malik Abd al-Wahid son and the heir Abu al-Hassan Ali bin Othman, Marinid Sultan of Morocco, to seize the petty kingdom centered around Algerica, or Algeciras, and Randa. The death of the former and Algarada raid in 1339 convinced the latter to prepare a full invasion across the Strait of Gibraltar, which could be financed by his conquest of the emirate of Lemkin in the Lemkin? I don't even know how to Lemkin. I don't fuck that nation. Hate it. Kill him. In 1337. The campaign started in April of 1340, when the Marinid fleet achieved naval supremacy over the strait, allowing for Abu al-Hassan's allies, I hate their Muslims, I hate them, their names are so terrible, to cross the army of 1340, and later in September starting a siege of the castle of Tarifa, the key Castilian fortress in the area. Finally, the Muslim and Christian forces faced each other in the valley of Rio Salado. On the 30th of October, the confronting armies fought the entire day, and after the defenders of Tarifa attacked from the rear guard, the Marinid army collapsed, and the Sultan Abu al-Hassan Ali retired with the remnants of his army to Algeciras. The battle resulted in a turning point as it secured the Castilian position over the strait for 150 years, until the last Muslim stronghold in the Iberian Peninsula, Granada, was conquered in 1492. Well, we beat that. We pushed them out of Granada before 1492. It's 1343. Prepare for war. This is not worth the risk. It is damn well worth the risk. The institution of Milano and Renaissance has appeared. Starting now in the 14th century, the wealthy and powerful in the Italian city-states have begun patronizing artists and scholars willing to explore the old Roman and Greek societies of their forefathers. As a cultural movement, the Renaissance already encompasses most of the region and has had a profound impact on literature, art, philosophy, and music. Humanist scholars are also analyzing the society in which they live, comparing it to the ideals of classical philosophers. Renaissance humanism has grown into a more mature movement, ready to permeate all aspects of society. A new ideal for rulers as well as those who are ruled is spreading as quickly as the early printers can distribute copies of these new ideas. A true Renaissance humanist is an expert on everything from politics and philosophy to art, textual analysis, music, and architecture. The Renaissance is now ready to reshape the world to better fit its classical ideals. Chatfish. I don't think Kib read those names right. He should read them again. I think Doman owes me $50. He's like, Doman thinks that you read them right, actually. Just fucking changes his entire fucking opinion. That's what I fucking thought, you little shit. He's like, ooh. But I thought, you little racist. You little piece of shit. I was just bullying him. Okay. We now need to crush the Moroccan disgusting pig dogs. Trevish, what does that even mean? What the fuck are those god-awful noises you're making? Port maintenance must now go back up. And I think, unfortunately, the cost of legitimacy must now go down. Or stability, as it was called. It is still going up, but it is going up at a marginal pace, unfortunately. It is regrettable, with most regret, chat, most regret indeed, that we must do such a thing. Such a terrible bucket thing. I would like to maintain that at 25, if at all possible. It is not very possible. 20, then will have to suffice, as our stability must continue to rise. Navy maintenance must also be restored back to its former glory, as our navy must now be maintained properly. We must now also declare war on the Moroccan pig dogs to our south. Claims on the province. Tunis is likely to join in. That is okay. That is acceptable. We will slaughter them like pig dogs that they are. We're now in a holy war against many of our greatest enemies that we've ever seen. It appears that the Portuguese have decided to join us in our glorious defense of our lands. We must now raise the mighty levies of our holy empire. The holy empire, okie dokie. Alright, let's see. These troops must now consolidate over here in this glorious region here. Our navy will be led by this glorious admiral, who will now blockade the enemy from landing any new troops in the area. We must also send these troops here, and we will send these boys over from over there to over here. There. The landing area is now contested. Or will be contested shortly. Our glorious navy of 16 floaty boaties is now ready to rock and roll. We must also now raise all the levies of our ships, which we have none. It is now over, Chatfish. It is Chat-ogre, if you will. Chat-ogre. How's Spain going? Spain is a significantly stronger nation than Poland. Poland was fun, and it was very, very trial and error. But I think that the issue is that we've caught these Muslim countries with their pants down. They formed a massive coalition. So you can see that all of these nations, almost the entirety of West North Africa, is now at war with us. Their collective manpower they've raised is 18,000 men, and I don't know if it's going to rise above that threshold. If it does not, we will launch an invasion into Africa itself. All I know is we must press our advantage. And then break in, because now might be the chance to actually annex parts of Morocco. The institution of Genova banking. Money lending has existed since the metal-based coins appeared in antiquity. However, it depended on some individuals and their family groupings, or on the ancient states. A shift occurred in the Middle Ages, encouraged by the renewed growth of a long-range commercial activities on the Eurasian continent and its peripheries. Specialized moneylenders began to organize when Jewish communities started operating between the Christian and Islamic worlds. However, the boom of credit demand that followed the Crusades of the 12th century encouraged merchants in the Italian city-states to create larger structures for money lending, effectively founding the first banking institutions, such as the Peruzzi or the Bardi houses. More instruments were developed, like bills of exchange and debt bonds, and banking dynasties such as the Medici, Fugger, or Welser soon became as powerful as states themselves. I added so many words there to help make that sound better. You're welcome, Chat. He can be so cool. He is the coolest. He does so much for Chat. He does. He actually does. It's unironically amazing, isn't it? Oh my god, he's fucking talking about how great he is. Oh, yeah, well, too bad. I'm so sad. That's how great I am. Get fucked. Get fucked. Are we not even sieging this? What's going on here? Oh, we've taken it. Oh my god, Muslim pig dogs are landing on my shores. Now, I have a fucking hilarious idea, chat. So as soon as those troops land, we're gonna send our navy to wipe out their fleet so they're trapped. Oh no, you don't, you little bitch. No, you got away. Well, either way, your men are now trapped. I hope you enjoy the fact that they're about to be slaughtered. They're being absolutely slaughtered. Oh my god, it's horrible. And now divide and conquer. Is that the best you could fucking do, Morocco? Are you fucking kidding me? That is so goddamn funny. That is so goddamn funny. Keep chasing them. 167. There will be nowhere for them to run. We just have to keep running them down. Oh, enemy reinforcements are arriving. We must slaughter them like animals. And we'll catch them as they land. I need to put a guy in command of this army. I haven't done that. For whatever mystifical reason. King Alfonso will lead the assault into Morocco itself. It's okay, I'm letting their troops land over here so we can continue to slaughter them. Okay. Yeah, so far this war is going very well. The enemy do not outnumber us, and they've taken substantial casualties. I will press down to this village down here. Alright, we'll leave that army there, and we'll send this army to reinforce in the south as well. As two of our great armies will begin marching down into Morocco. Shit, we've got a battle. And it's not going particularly well. Unfortunate. That one's going pretty poorly. Just keep running them down. That battle was lost. Alright, the army's going to pursue north. It is fine for us to hold here. Shit, we got caught in another pretty unfortunate position. Oh my god. That's pretty bad. That's pretty bad. We're getting rolling defeats. Okay, this is a bit of a problem. Oh, shit. Yeah, this is not going particularly ideal here. Where's Portugal's army? Nowhere to be found. Fucking lovely. Yeah, we need to withdraw north. The southern front has absolutely collapsed. We've taken more casualties than they have. By a substantial margin. It's abysmal. Yeah, our army's just getting fucking curb stomped. Fucking A. All one bad dice roll. One bad roll and we're fucked. Basically, we took a 20,000 army and just completely, like, reduced it to nothing. We can reduce trade, get rid of troublemakers in there, and reduce trade. You need to head north. You need to head north, and, like, now. You need to actually obey my orders when I give you orders. They're not going to march north. They're going to get caught. I'm going to get caught by a bug. Alright, fine. You going to play that game? I'm going to play that game too, bitch. Fucking mean game. Yourself, fucker. Alright, what's the date? I think we can rewind back to the beginning of the war. Fucking annoying, though. God fucking damn it. So basically, my army got caught in, like, a fucking routing thingy. Which got them in a loop. Agitating. Agitating! So they all kept routing and chain routing. Wonderful. Well, we live and we learn. So the big thing there is just not letting the AI do goofy things. Micromanaging more directly. Muslims. Start screaming. Alright, this is right at the opening of the war. Must group up into little battle groups. He's a scurber. Meet there. Press in there. Oh, there was Morocco troops there. They just got wiped out. Okay. Alright, once more. No, you did not miss the big war. Welcome to the big war. As a reminder, chat, we are 2/3 of the way to the daily goal. My god, we're so close. But so painfully far. Which chatfish among you will actually be the hero of today? And which ones are Nazis of the day? Like, Nazis? Oh my god! Yep, that's you, Nazi fish. That's god damn it. Alright, so we just gobble up their armies and piecemeal them, pretty much. And we just continue to slaughter them. I read that banking lore. The armies are being wiped out slowly but surely. My god, the Arabs are everywhere, chat. Like, whoa, disgusting. And then we tag him. Blip. We got him. We absolutely crushed him. See, this is what happened to me, by the way. Where you get these circle chain things. This is something I think they need to, like, make sure an armies route more than a tile. Because otherwise you get, like, situations like this where they just get absolutely fucking ganked. Okay, I just need the army to get wiped. Again, they're getting absolutely thrashed. These victories are helping, though. Come on, damn it. Chapter $5 says, so this might be a community event. One day, do you do CK3 event so I can impregnate everybody's wife? Probably not. But thank you for the nation. I don't really know if I really like CK3 that much. It's okay. It's just not my cup of tea. I actually don't really like it, to be honest with you. I think CK2 is better. And even then, I don't really want to ever do a community event to CK. It's just too cringe. Like, in terms of the things you can do. Europa is a bit more interesting because it's more fun. It's a better game. It's, I think, the strongest... Oh, finally, we wiped him out. Yay. Alright, so we won all those battles. Now, can we push into Morocco with any considerable strength? Let's see. Currently, the enemy forces have lost 5,598 men. They possess 22,000 total. The fighting strength of Morocco itself is at 10,000 manpower. Tunis has been reduced quite drastically. So long as they're not all grouped up and concentrated, we should be fine. Alright, we press into Morocco now. We leave 8,000 men behind. Agreed. CK2 is a better game. Thank you for the nation. Very generous. And thank you for helping with the daily goal. By the way, if you want to give Reggie something he actually wants the Armane loot. At least that's what he's funding. So you might want to just put those funds to that. If you actually want to give him what he's trying to go for. Because that's actually what Reggie wants at the moment. Oh my god. Did I not balance my armies? I think I might have to... Oh my god, we're getting fucked. The Moroccans are absolutely plastering us. They caught us while we were moving. Oh my god, what the fuck? These battles are so bad. My center and my flanks have collapsed. Okay, if I can't evacuate again, I'm gonna have to reload this again. But like the big problem is like last time it didn't let me evacuate. You know what it did? It just does the rolling defeat thing. Ah! That's gotta be patched. And now it's just gonna be rolled. Yep, we have to reload that. Engie Kib, Engie. Let's see, 1342, 1342, 1343. Alright, we have to go with everything. I also agree CK2 is better than CK3. I'm not going to buy the same mechanics over and over again. There are some things that CK3 does better in certain areas, but my biggest problem with CK3 is I don't really like the direction the game went. Does that make sense? Also, a lot of the mods are hyper woke. Like, I mean hyper. The Elder Scrolls one is one of the worst mods in the actual community. It's genuinely bad. It's so rancid. Okay, so like Morocco's just got a really kick-ass army. We're just gonna have to live with it. I'm the Avatar, and you've got to deal with it. That's what I feel like right now. This is our third shot. Third swing and a third miss. Can't do that, Reggie, because I'm Catholic, Kib. So you're not actually funding his birthday item. My god. My god. As a reminder, chat, the Fire Warrior stream needs the daily goal to be met. We are 2/3 of the way there. I tried, Reggie. I tried to get you what you really wanted. Reggie's like, hee hee hee. Okay, we're gonna do this the proper way. Maybe we even need to hire mercs. I have no idea. There are mercenary armies available, but they're very, very, well, not very impressive. And I don't think mercenaries are super big yet. Put the king in charge of this army. Okay, we're gonna meet them because we're already here. They got absolutely rolled. Like, where are they gonna run? Like, there is nowhere to run. I mean, there is, but they're nowhere good. Alright, let's see. Marmies, we need to raise new regulars. We'll get some regulars, and then we'll balance the army. I forgot to hit the balance button. Okay, see, we're doing this right. I just gotta remember that the... Like, I'm not sure how I feel about this. Like, it should automatically do that, you know what I mean? Like, it should automatically balance it out. I guess you could manually do it, it annoys me that it doesn't already. Alright, we'll meet them on the beaches or all that nonsense, yada yada. Oh, did they get vaporized? I guess they just get vaporized. Well, that went positively faster this time. That's not a lot of dudes. If you give unraised levies. Alright, I go to the village. You, one man, come with me. Said there's no setting for the Conan thing. 3 months ate my dono, showing up at the counter for goals. Probably didn't eat it, probably just didn't see it. Frank donates $4.20, says, on to Fire Warrior Chatfish Army, and feed the artists to, I guess, dog food this month. Still, too much luxury, I think. Thank you for your generous donation. Really appreciate it. Crush them. Loses state satisfaction. Gains local nobility autonomy. We'll have to give them that for 20 years. Purely because I can't have the nobles being gay and cringe every 5 fucking minutes. And the nobles are indeed being gay and cringe, so... Big fucking surprise there, Chatfish. Oh my god, they sent more men? Are they fucking insane? Alright, I'll just kill them all, I guess. What? We're gonna lose that? Are you fucking kidding me? How? Well, we're not losing it. Game, you fucking... Oh my god, that was like, what? It's like you're gonna get wiped out, by the way. It's like, are you fucking for real? Wait, did we? We did. What the fuck? What the fuck happened there? Alright, well... Kinda agitated, to be frank with you. The disloyalty kit must be punished. What? Hold up. What the fuck? Did we just lose that battle? What? What? Is that a... Oh, no, we won. Okay. I was gonna say, 14,000 men just got crushed by 1,000? What the fuck happened? We have a very good general leading them. I was about to fucking say. Okay, game was just being... Okay, I just misread that. I was in the middle of a heart attack, because I'm not reloading again. So I was gonna roll with whatever happens. I was like, oh my god, I can't believe I just got wiped out. GG, no re. I think at this point, like, fuck going down into Morocco, man. Morocco's evil. Morocco's evil. I don't know, man. Some of these dice rolls are fucking scary. Okay. That was kind of scary. And thank you for the donation, Frank. Very much appreciated. We're close to today's goal. Do they have a super general, Kips? They might. It's nobility. They're born cringe. I know they are. It's fucking agitating, isn't it? What the fuck? What's with that speed fucking thing that happened there? Whatever happened there, the boats are gone. And they just got vaporized. Like, they got vapor. Well, they've lost more men now than they ever had before. Group up these armies. We're going to group up everything we've got, and we're going to launch in there with everything. Hopefully we won't go through rations too much. But we need decisive battle victories. Balance out the armies. Armies are balanced. Alright. Let's go, Chatfishies! Ah, shit. Starvation. Starvation's gonna happen. We can't actually go. Split army in half. If we move both armies together, we might be able to pull this off. So that's the first army that's going to head out. Oh my god, I do not like how slow it takes for my boys to get over there. I want these boys over there too. Portugal, you're basically useless. You joined the war, but you did nothing. Alright, I did all the fucking work. Fuck you. Okay, 2 detachment groups. We need both armies to make landfall. Alright, we're doing it, Chatfish. Both armies have a commander. A steady advance across the land. We can't see the forests. We're taking attrition already. That army is wiped out. Another victory, another day. We're taking pretty bad attrition. Enemy army spotted. Here we go. This is the big battle, bucket fishies. Get ready. Reinforcements are on way. Okay, here we go. We won. Now where are they going? We need to crush them. We need to absolutely crush them. Come on. We're taking a little bit more casualties across the fucking board. Angry. But the Moroccans are dying, which is good. It was about an even trade. Again, we must crush that army. They must not be allowed to escape. Oh, they gotta make it so that the armies run farther. That's just terrible. Oh yes, we'll vote on that. We have 27% war goal victory. And we've crushed their main military force. The enemy troops are now at... They're still kind of even. Are you fucking shitting me? No. That's fucking terrible. It's because those castles are in the way. Oh, yes. It's ace. Alright, so what we need to do is we need to push territories and just stay together. Chatfish strong together. We'll take these villages here, and that should be pretty critical for them. Occupation successful. Allied enemy troops spotted moving south. Oh, I do not like that movement whatsoever, video game. I do not like that one fucking bit, Sam. I fucking am. I want to leave a detachment here, and I want to go for that castle now, so that their armies are in close proximity to each other. Yeah, no, I'm looking at the big red minus for money, but we're gonna have to tank Munmuns for a bit, because we need to wage war against the filthy infidels. Construction speed, maximum RGO, improving relations, grant privilege cost. I don't want to gain that. Improving relations could be good. We can compare it with the other Christian countries. Oh shit! Enemy 8,000 army strong, right there. They're going. I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try my goddamn damnedest. Everybody we can. This is a big battle, holy shit. Oh, we're bleeding out. We're not even killing anything, we're losing hundreds. Alright. We do is we open this, and then we just claim what we can before this. Oh my god. This is pretty fucking bad. It's gonna be a steamroll. Oh my god, this is fucking tragic. The dice rolls just fucked me so bad. Yep, GG, we're dead. Oh, I fucking hate this so much. That sucks so much ass. Like, it's not even funny. I'm gonna try to evacuate what I can, but, like, they're fucking all dead. They're all fucking dead. Because here's what's gonna happen. They're just gonna basically, like, circle fuck everybody until they're gone. That's usually what they do. They just circle fuck me into oblivion. Like, boop, 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 boop. Oh my god. Try to eradicate problems, stability, prestige. Ignore them. I think we'll do another fireside stream today, chat. I think we're gonna have to. Scheduling it now. God fucking damn it. I can't believe it. I can't actually believe it, chat. We got absolutely tickled. Actually tickled to death. But it also seems that Chatfish... Well, we could probably finish out like a 30 more minutes. But yeah, if we don't make the daily in 30 minutes, I think I'm going to have to move on to something else, chat. God damn it. That's okay. I'm cool with that because I'm getting absolutely raped now. It'd be only punishment to continue this now. Oh, God, brutal. Yeah, so our army's got completely obliterated. I just don't... Like, that's the one part I don't get. Like, sometimes it's like one of those things where it's like... You have better armies, and then you just get... just gone. And it's like, fuck. They're just gone. So now it's like one of those things where it's like, okay, well, we literally got wiped out. So now we need to keep our eye out for enemy ships that come a coast. Hidden mechanics are not good. Hidden mechanics are bad. You don't hide mechanics. You show your player things. Time to raise what we can. There we go. And no, we can't stream anymore. It's at that threshold. Nope, sorry, Rapier. I just looked at the viewers. We have to move on to stream number 2. If it reaches 40, it's too low. Can't stream at that number anymore. I had to make an internal rule. Stays above 50 or we go. And we go. So it is off to the next stream, chat. I didn't even notice that. My apologies. I should have done something sooner. But yes, you either maintain high or you don't get anything at all. That is the new rule. So let's move on to the next stream, Chatfishes. We'll have to count this as a Moroccan victory. Unfortunate. Yeah, Let's Plays are just not things that I do anymore. I just don't want to do them. I just don't. I hate them. I hate them. I loathe and despise them.